What does the Spanish Grand Prix have in store for us today, I wonder? I hope we see some tight wheel-to-wheel action down the main straight, circa Mansell and Senna way back in '91. Or maybe we'll have a more strategic race here on a track where overtaking can be difficult. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. Anthony Davidson is here with me today. Together we'll be taking you through all the action of this Spanish Grand Prix. It can be hard for the cars to follow each other closely here due to the dirty air coming off the car in front, so perhaps we're looking at a more strategic Grand Prix act. What do you think on that?
I'm not too sure about that, Crofty. I mean, yes, as you say, it's hard to follow around here, but if you're brave on the brakes, you can get the job done down into turn 1, which is a medium-speed corner, so you have to be committed. And looking down at this grid today, I think we're going to see 1 or 2 drivers making a move from a long way back, maybe try to force their opponent into a mistake. I don't think this is a race that's going to be purely decided in the pit stops.
Today, let's try to get 5th or better, okay?
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Nico Rosberg alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen, Bottas, Massa, Alonso and Jenson Button, Perez, Hülkenberg, Romain Grosjean and Sainz, Kvyat, Gutierrez, Kevin Magnussen and Pascal Wehrlein, Haryanto and Ericsson, Jolyon Palmer and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. DRS has been enabled. Strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one? Confirmed. Does appear, then we'll let you know. We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? Copy. Exit now. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Is 0.5 seconds. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. get some heat into those tyres. Fantastic drive, just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Kimi Raikkonen takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
It's got to be Jolyon Palmer. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive stuff.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time, though, goodbye. After that excellent result, moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, Jolyon Palmer did a great job coming through the field today, so my vote goes to him.
On to the Constructors then. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.